Hey, how's it going? I hope whoever's watching this, you're doing good and you're having a good day right now. This is another Nuke gameplay I got, and I have another one to post as well. I'm getting these kinds of gameplays because I'm making a much bigger video in the future that revolves around this kill streak. And since I have 3 of them so far, I think I'm feeling a bit more confident in my abilities in actually getting the nuke. But seeming as that I'm just simply trying to get gameplays or background footage for the video, I can also use these just like OG COD commentaries I used to watch back in the day. Because hearing other people's thoughts and such like that was really nice because it gave you a bit of an insight of where they were at in that current time, in that current moment. So in a way, I'm continuing that cycle now. There was something I really enjoyed watching, so I might as well make some of the things that I enjoyed watching when I was younger. I've been trying to apply this saying I found a while back when I was doom scrolling on TikTok and Instagram because I know it will help me with not only this channel, but with other aspirations that I want to achieve for myself in this life. It's actually something that has helped me even more now because I've been trying to build a strong sense of self-motivation for myself for a few years at this point. And I want to share my line of thinking to not only share with you, the viewer, but also in hoping that I could see this video in maybe like a year or 2 from now and see if I think of anything differently than I do now currently. With a little bit of talking about manifestation, it delves a little bit into my thought process and how I view motivational things in a before and after kind of way. So let's go ahead and get into it. The saying or quote or whatever it is that you want to preface this as, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the screen. It's just simply, just keep going. Normally when I look at words or when I look at a saying, I can understand that the message is a powerful statement. I recognize that words have a strong meaning behind them and can almost be like a spell or ward, especially when it comes from wanting something or wanting to get something, material or physical. You can even extend that to wanting someone. It's like manifestation. You are making something become real by willing it to exist because you believe in it so hard that it is real to you, and wildly enough, it becomes real. That kind of shit is real. That is a real thing. That does happen. Manifestation is real. I've seen too many things that have happened for me and to other people, even though it's all anecdotal. There's too much for that has happened for me and others to not think it isn't a real thing, to not think that manifestation is real, or even just the fact that things like this can have power. I mean, if we really want to get even more out there, my grandma, she tells me that I have special abilities that allow me to do things that a normal person can't do. So I mean, obviously if grandma says that's real, then it's real. I mean, that's grandma saying it. So but the saying of just keep going has been helpful because that is exactly what I need to do currently. I have to keep going for this video idea because if I stop now, then everything I worked for will be for nothing. If there is something I want to achieve, I need to keep going to the end to reach that successful moment. Even if I fail, I need to keep going because it's just a learning moment for me to apply for the next time I try until I succeed at whatever it is I am doing. There's only an end once I have actually reached that moment where I can confidently say, I have achieved everything I needed to in this part of my life in whatever it is I am doing. There's nothing more for me to do, and I can move on to the next thing while taking everything I have learned from that previous moment to the next. And I think what I find very interesting about the earlier statement I made is I can recognize and I can understand that these words and sayings all have power behind them, and they can be a huge help for someone needing to boost their morale to get wherever they needed to be, or to even achieve something. The thing is, though, is I never actually personally did that. I had always been more interested in actually seeing someone achieve things and make success rather than just see a word and then it's all better and I can just do it. Because actually seeing someone do it was a lot more tangible. Seeing someone be successful, seeing someone actually achieving that was a much more believable and again tangible thing to see because I'm seeing someone actually, what's the word? Isn't it fruits of their labor or whatever? They're actually they're harvesting the fruits of their labor or something like that. I don't know the full saying. I'm gonna have to look it up and I'll put it on the screen, but that's kind of what I'm saying. It was a lot more believable to see that. Someone else actually doing it. And I think it's because I wasn't looking at it from both ways, honestly. I was really only seeing it from one side of that happening because I could only see the result of believing those words. But it also just doesn't stop at just a random saying. It literally will extend out to a line in a book, or even the whole fucking thing, a scene in a movie that's very powerful that can make you feel a certain way, song lyrics that an artist will make that'll try to convey emotion to get you to feel a certain way. Anything else, like an art piece that depicts a scene that makes you want to feel or like think about it or anything like that. Just anything that gives power or motivation to you what will drive you. It makes you feel a certain way, and it can motivate you, it can demotivate you. Again, it's like what I had said earlier as well. It's almost like a ward or a spell. That's like the best way I can describe it. And I guess thinking about it even more, I had been blocking that like ability to believe in like those kinds of things for myself, because I guess I was just trying to convince myself that it wasn't actually as powerful as I believed it to be. I didn't think that it was actually something that was like a real thing. And then I guess like sitting there thinking about like my previous moments where I guess maybe I was really like down and such, and like the kind of music that I was listening to, it still had continued to make me sad. It continued to make me feel like shit. But like the music that I listen to now gets me more motivated to do things. It gets me more into actually wanting to do something. It actually makes me feel more like being that I can actually do shit. I think that's why I just listen to Kanye a lot more rather than just fucking listening. As much as I love Suicide Boys, and as much as I love Lil Peep, as much as I love like older X music and shit, and even Juice WRLD, there's only so much that you can fucking listen to from them. Granted, they don't just have like sad shit. They have a lot more than that, but I do somewhat attribute them to very like low points in my life where I used to listen to them so heavily and such. But that's also kind of what it is that I was meaning. I genuinely wasn't trying to like convince myself of like believing in that, because I also think that I would have to actually believe that during that time it was having an effect on me, which it was. Because I think that was a much better way of describing it, because in like this like huge paragraph I had typed out to kind of keep myself on track here, I ended up saying that like, oh, that's not to say I've never felt anything from media or art, which I mean, it's a fucking lie. That is just straight up a lie. I think it's just I didn't know how to apply it in a way that would be more positive. I only knew how to do like negative shit. I only knew how to like kind of be enveloped in just negativity all the time and just like sadness and fucking depression and such because of my own inabilities of things or like my own trauma and such like that. And as I had said earlier, with me trying to give myself that self-motivation and everything and being able to actually try to start believing in myself more, I think that's like I'm trying to make that transitional thing, because I think I'm just so used to thinking of like sad shit all the time and thinking that I can't do anything. And even when I do something, I'm like, oh, that was just luck. When I feel like I kind of needed to start having that almost not complete delusional belief, but I do need to start having that like utmost confidence in myself that I can achieve all of these things. I can do all of these things. I more than fucking certainly am more than capable of doing these things, even if it's just fucking existing for the moment. I just need to keep going. There isn't really much more that I want to say, honestly. That's all I really wanted to say for this video. I'm pretty sure I said everything that I wanted to do. And I feel like this is a good way of kind of starting somewhat of a series like this. It kind of delved a little bit into my mind and thought process on things. I suppose in a way, I feel like it's still a little bit everywhere, but it's the best way that I could describe it, to be honest with you. So over time, I think I'll have a much better way of being able to enunciate and articulate my thoughts a lot better. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I hope you have a great rest of your night, if it's nighttime or anything like that. If you're going to bed, I hope you sleep very well. If you're going to work, I hope you have a really good day at work and such. If you're going to be going and doing something with like friends, by yourself or anything like that, even family members, I hope you prioritize having fun. I'll see you in the next one. Remember to just keep going. Bye-bye.